Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0098, which stands for IAT Sensor 2 Circuit High Voltage, indicates a malfunction in the intake air temperature IAT Sensor 2 circuit for the Honda Accord model years 2017 to 2023. This diagnostic trouble code is generated when the voltage reading from IAT Sensor 2 exceeds the specified threshold, which is typically set at 4.92 volts or greater. The IAT sensor is crucial as it helps the engine control module, ECM, to adjust the air-fuel mixture based on the temperature of the intake air, ensuring optimal engine performance and fuel efficiency. For accurate testing, the IAT Sensor 2 is located in the intake manifold system, and it's connected directly to the powertrain control module, PCM, which processes this vital data. Addressing this error requires a thorough approach to identify the cause of the high voltage reading, as it could potentially affect the vehicle's performance and emissions compliance. The IAT Sensor 2 plays a critical role in measuring the temperature of the air entering the engine. This sensor helps the engine control module, ECM, make informed adjustments to the air-fuel mixture, optimizing combustion efficiency, boosting performance, and reducing emissions. Typically, the IAT sensor is located in or near the intake manifold area, where it can accurately gauge the temperature of the incoming air. This sensor is connected to the powertrain control module, PCM, via a 2-pin 2P connector. A high voltage reading from this sensor, specifically above 4.92 volts, signals a possible fault in the circuit. Such faults could stem from sensor malfunctions, wiring issues, or problems within the PCM circuit itself. Several factors may lead to the triggering of DTC P0098. One of the primary causes is a faulty IAT sensor itself. Aging or defective sensors can produce inaccurate readings, especially if the internal components fail. Another critical factor is the possibility of poor connections. Loose or corroded terminals at the IAT sensor or PCM can disrupt the relay of crucial temperature data. Moreover, damaged wiring along the signal path, particularly between the sensor and ECM, can inadvertently cause high voltage readings. A thorough inspection of these components is essential for accurate diagnosis. Failure to accurately identify these issues may lead to continued performance problems and further complications in engine efficiency. The presence of DTC P0098 often manifests in various symptoms that drivers may notice. Firstly, the check engine light will likely illuminate, indicating a fault that requires attention. Additionally, drivers may experience poor engine performance, such as rough idling, hesitation during acceleration, or decreased overall power output due to incorrect air-fuel mixture adjustments. Increased emissions may also occur as the engine struggles to operate efficiently under improper conditions. Notably, these symptoms may vary in intensity based on the degree of the malfunction and should not be overlooked, as they could point to more extensive issues if left unaddressed. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0098 involves verifying the problem by setting the vehicle to the on mode without starting the engine. Once activated, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to check the voltage reading from IAT Sensor 2. The critical parameter to observe here is the IAT sensor voltage, which should register at or above 4.92 volts. If this condition is met, it confirms that the failure is duplicated, allowing you to proceed to Step 2. Conversely, if the voltage reading does not match this threshold, it suggests an intermittent failure, which necessitates checking for loose connections or poor terminals at the IAT Sensor 2 and PCM. The inspection at this stage is fundamental as it may reveal underlying issues that can lead to the high voltage signal. In the second step of troubleshooting, begin by turning the vehicle to the off mode. Next, disconnect the IAT Sensor 2 using its 2P connector. With the connector disconnected, utilize a jumper wire to connect terminals A and B on the IAT Sensor 2 connector. Terminal A corresponds to female terminal number 1, and terminal B corresponds to female terminal number 2. After securely connecting the jumper wire, turn the vehicle back to the on mode. Subsequently, use the HDS to measure the voltage across IAT Sensor 2 again. If the resulting voltage is at least 4.92 volts, you can confidently move on to the next troubleshooting step. If it is not, this indicates that the IAT Sensor 2 is defective and should be replaced to rectify the issue. For the third troubleshooting step, first ensure the vehicle is in the off mode. Then remove the jumper wire installed in the previous step from the IAT Sensor 2 2P connector. After that, turn the vehicle to the on mode once again. At this point, you will need to measure the voltage between the specified test points. Test point 1 is located at female terminal number 1 of the IAT Sensor 2 connector, while test point 2 connects to a solid body ground. It is crucial to ascertain whether the voltage reading is approximately 5.0 volts. If this is achieved, it indicates that the wiring is functioning correctly, allowing you to advance to troubleshooting step 4. Should the reading differ, however, it signifies a fault in the ITA2 INTE line requiring further examination. In the fourth troubleshooting step, begin by switching the vehicle to the off mode. Following that, you'll want to jump the SCS line using the HDS and allow it to sit for more than a minute. Once this initial setup is complete, disconnect the PCM connector E, which consists of 80 pins. With the connector disconnected, check for continuity between the designated test points. For this step, test point 1 corresponds to female terminal number 2 of the IAT Sensor 2 connector, while test point 2 connects with pin number 78 on the PCM connector E. Confirming continuity between these points will indicate that the SG2 wire is functioning properly. If continuity is confirmed, you should seek authorized service information to address any associated DTCs or consider substituting with a known good PCM. If continuity is not present, ramifications may indicate an open circuit in the SG2 wire requiring immediate repair. The final troubleshooting step involves conducting an additional open wire check for the ITA2 INTE line. As in previous steps, ensure the vehicle is turned to the off mode and jump the SCS line with the HDS once more, allowing for a pause of over 1 minute. Next, disconnect the PCM connector E again. This step also requires continuity checking between specified test points. For this assessment, test point 1 is female terminal number 1 on the IAT Sensor 2 connector, and test point 2 corresponds with pin number 55 on the PCM connector E. Verifying continuity between these points will imply the ITA2 INTE wire is operational. Should this be successful, exploring authorized service information related to any DTCs or symptoms is recommended, or one may substitute with a known good PCM. Alternatively, if continuity is not present, it indicates a need to repair and open in the ITA2 INTE wire between the PCM and IAT Sensor 2 to restore functionality. After completing the troubleshooting steps outlined for DTC P0098, it's essential to perform a final verification to ensure all repairs are successful. Begin by conducting a test drive of the vehicle under conditions where the original error occurred. This will help confirm that the issue has been fully resolved. Following the test drive, use the HDS once more to check for any recurrence of the DTC. Importantly, you should also verify the functionality of the IAT sensor to ensure it operates within the expected voltage range under various operating conditions. Failing to verify these aspects can lead to overlooking minor faults that may develop into significant problems in the future. Preventive maintenance is a crucial aspect of vehicle upkeep that can help avoid issues like DTC P0098 from recurring. Regular inspections of the IAT sensor and associated components are vital to ensure they remain in good condition. In addition, routine checks of wiring for signs of wear, abrasion, or corrosion will help prevent high voltage readings due to damaged lines. Cleaning connector terminals periodically will eliminate dirt and grime accumulation that can lead to poor electrical connections. By proactively maintaining these elements, you will not only enhance the longevity of the components, but also improve overall vehicle performance and emissions. In summary, understanding the role of the IAT sensor in your Honda Accord is essential to maintaining optimal engine performance. DTC P0098, indicating a circuit high voltage fault, can lead to various symptoms, including poor engine operation and increased emissions. By recognizing the common symptoms associated with this code, drivers can take timely action to prevent further issues. Utilizing a systematic troubleshooting approach allows for accurate diagnosis and repair, ensuring that the underlying problem is addressed effectively. Adhering to preventive maintenance guidelines will provide a solid foundation for the vehicle's reliability, ultimately ensuring a pleasant driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.